One of the proposals we've heard a lot about over the last year or so is the idea that we want to allow insurance companies to cross state lines and sell in a different state. And the promises that come with this proposal sound great. They're promises of increased competition, which leads to more options for consumers and potentially more affordable options. All that sounds great, and I want all of that for Pennsylvanians. I think that the difficulty becomes the reality. And the reality is that when you look at the limited number of states that have adopted legislation to do just this, we have not seen a single additional insurance company go into those markets. So then you ask the question, well, why is that? And I think the reason is because fundamentally this whole proposal, it really ignores the realities of health insurance and the fact that health insurance is a very local product. So people want to get health care where they live. People in Pennsylvania want to get health care here in Pennsylvania. So a company, they don't want to get their health care in Nebraska. So if a company in Nebraska wants to come into Pennsylvania and do business, today all they have to do is get licensed by our department and they can go establish their provider networks and they can sell a product. The difficulty, though, is that piece about provider networks, because that's what you need in order to sell a health insurance product. And establishing those networks of providers to make sure people can get that care locally is really difficult. And then you have to compete with those companies that have been in the community for years and decades and have those established relationships and can get better discounts because they have a lot of enrollment to bring to the table. So unfortunately, I think that proposal there's not a lot of substance behind it, and I just don't think it really changes anything.